And finally, our last example with problem solving. It says an area rug has a central 5 meter by 3 meter rectangle in a mosaic pattern with a plain border of uniform width around it. The total area of the rug is 24 meters squared. Find the width of the border. So again, let's draw out what the question is talking about. So I have a central area rug that is 3 meters by 5 meters. And then I have a plain uniform width border around it, which I don't know the length. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out the width of this border. So I'm going to call it X, or W for width. Okay. The entire area of the rug is going to be 24 meters squared. Okay, so this entire area is 24 meters. All right, so how do I find area of this entire rectangle? I'm going to take length times width. Well, I know my area is 24. The length of this entire rug from here to here, right, is going to be 5 meters plus the width of the border on each end. So it's going to be 5 plus 2x. So that's my length, 5 plus 2x. And then the width of the border, kind of similar, is the width of the inside part, which is 3 meters, plus the width of the border on each end. So the width is going to be 3 plus 2x. Okay, so here's my quadratic equation. I'm going to expand the equation through, make my equation equal to 0, try to factor, solve for x. So I'm going to need to FOIL this. So I get a 15 plus 10x plus 6x plus 4x squared. I'm just going to rearrange this, clean it up a little bit, write my x squared in front, the way I like to see it. 4x squared plus 16x plus 15. I'm now going to move my 24 to the other side of the equation, make it equal to 0. 4x squared plus 16x minus 9. All right, so now we're ready to factor this. So I cannot take out a common factor of 4, so I'm going to have to use the Lecky method here. So, well, 4x squared, well, I have a hunch that it's probably going to be a 2x and 2x. That's what I'm going to start with. This is a fairly big number, and I'm going to think subtraction in my head. So instinct, I want to use 3 and 3, but because 16 is a fairly big number, I probably am going to need to use a 1 and a 9. So if I try a 1 and a 9 there, and I multiply this is 18x. This is going to be 2x. If I subtract these values, because this is a minus, right, I get 2x. So there it is. I want this to be a plus 16, so this needs to be a plus 9. And this needs to be a negative 1. All right, so what are my solutions now? X is going to be equal to a positive 1 divided by 2, and my other solution is going to be a negative 9 divided by 2. So again, I'm going to go back to the question, think about my answers. Do I discard one? Do I keep them both? What do I need to do? Well, what does X represent? X represents the width of my border. Okay, and so we obviously cannot have negative width. So I'm going to discard this answer, and the width of my border is 0.5 meters, or 1/2 meter. Done.